Who kidnapped Dwight Manfredi in Tulsa King Season 2? Dwight seems to have been kidnapped by a secretive government organization. In the last moments of Tulsa King Season 2, a shadowy SWAT team abducted Dwight Manfredi from Margaret Devereaux's, Delany, house. After escorting him to an unremarkable location, the strike squad seated him behind an interrogation table, where an unnamed figure informed Dwight, "You work for us now." Although the identity of the outfit that abducted Dwight is unknown, it appears to be some kind of covert government agency. Episode 10 of Tulsa King Season 2 contained hints that the U.S. government was interested in Dwight's abilities for a dark purpose. Although it's unclear for what reason, it appears that Dwight Manfredi is going to be utilized by an illegal government organization. A few days prior to Dwight's kidnapping, the FBI agent working on his case claimed he had to provide headquarters in D.C. with all the information they had on the general. Although their activity seems to be entirely off the books, that suggests that the group had some sort of connection to the U.S. government. Wherever they took Dwight, it didn't appear to be a jail or prison, and none of their agents had uniforms or any other kind of identification. Although it's unclear for what reason, it appears that Dwight Manfredi is going to be utilized by an illegal government organization. What the end of Tulsa King Season 2 really means. The past always catches up, but it's still worth trying to be a better person. Since the beginning, Tulsa King has conveyed a message that has remained largely consistent, and the conclusion of Season 2 only strengthened it. Dwight has been making an effort to make amends for his previous transgressions ever since he was released from prison. In Tulsa King Season 2, he made great strides, including reconciling with Tina and allowing Joanne to live with him, but he also faced many obstacles, such Tina moving back to New York. Tulsa King Season 2's conclusion demonstrates that although Dwight can make an effort to change his faults, he cannot escape the past. Tulsa King Season 2 ending, why does Bill Bevilacqua kill Chicky? Following their discussion, Chicky and Bill Bevilacqua decide to murder Dwight Manfredi and divide his Tulsa assets. They both concur that their families deserve what has been developing in Oklahoma under the watchful eye of their enemy because they have been involved in the game for a considerable amount of time. But during their altercation with the general, Bevilacqua murders Chicky rather than Dwight. To gain favor with the former mafia capo, the criminal from Kansas City betrays his comrade and ends the life of his opponent. He is aware that if he sides with the general, he would be rewarded with half of Cal Thresher's assets, which he is entitled to. Bevilacqua is experienced enough to know who deserves his trust, and Chicky may have been on the top of his list of untrustworthy acquaintances. He doesn't make a direct move against Dwight after Carl Caputo's death because he knows the former mafia capo is easier to deal with than his counterpart in New York. He can reason with the general and have a talk to straighten things out, which is not possible with Chicky. Since the latter murdering Pete, the Rock, Invernizzi has become public knowledge, there is no way Bevilacqua can trust the man who didn't hesitate to kill his own father. Bevilacqua decides to change sides as a result. He is aware that Dwight is a man of character and principles who is smart enough to reward his deeds. He can't count on Chicky to do the same. The New York Mafia may even pursue Kansas City after he aids its irrational leader in taking over Tulsa, which would put an end to both Bevilacqua's rule and his family's legacy. He cannot attempt to acquire a kingdom at the expense of losing his empire. The mobster is persuaded by these considerations and opportunities that gaining Dwight as a friend and business partner is the best course of action. There is no guarantee that Chicky will earn enough money for Bevilacqua, even if she doesn't turn against him. Because of his egregiously bad performance in New York City, he is forced to be replaced by his own allies. Someone like that is untrustworthy to Bevilacqua. However, Dwight is a tried-and-true cash cow. The gangster is a better option than Chicky because he is aware that the general will only increase his dominion rather than shrink it. Why Dwight let Tyson kill Jackie Manion? Tulsa King Season 2 Episode 9. Tyson was owed revenge for the car bomb that injured Mark. Jackie's men were all killed in the ambush, but the Chinese crime boss survived the gunfight. He was shot in the leg by Grace, McKenna Quigley Harrington, and the other members of the gang took him to a barn where they put him to death. But instead of carrying out the honor of killing Jackie, Dwight let Tyson to do so with Jimmy's tomahawk. Dwight allowed Tyson to kill Jackie for a very straightforward reason. Tyson wanted retribution for the car bomb that hurt his father, Michael Beach, and Jackie was the one who did it. The murder was, as Dwight put it, justified. Although Dwight had a straightforward explanation for allowing Tyson to kill Jackie, he may have had more covert reasons as well. Dwight may have further desensitized Tyson to violence by allowing him to exact his own retribution. Tyson has been becoming increasingly involved in the gang throughout Tulsa King Season 2, including helping to bury Carl's body. Killing a guy might have been. Who arrests Dwight Manfredi? Why? Dwight Manfredi and Cal Thresher talk about the payoff for killing Jackie Ming at the start of Reconstruction. The former mafia capo demands all of the former's assets, but the businessman is prepared to give a substantial gift. He tells his opponent that the weak and tender Thresher is not a fit for the underworld he controls. The businessman realizes that he must give up his assets in order to save his life from Dwight. Bill Bevilacqua travels to Tulsa to demand half of what his counterpart has earned from the businessman when the former mafia capo takes over as the new master of Thresher's assets. Particularly after Jimmy the Creek's passing, Dwight reminds Bevilacqua that the greatest reward he can offer is the latter's life. But the gangster responds that since Thresher's assets wound up in the general's hands due to him, he deserves something significant. Without saying another word, the former mafia boss offers Bevilacqua a quarter and requests that he return to Kansas City. In even higher plane, Chicky Invernizzi makes an appearance with a proposal.